You might think the deadliest animals in the US are huge predators with fangs and claws. Well, the truth is, some of the smallest creatures cause far more deaths every year. From insects and arachnids hiding in plain sight to wildlife we encounter on trails and roads. Danger often comes from the creatures we least expect. These are the 10 deadliest animals you could face in the United States. Level 1. Low deadliness. Starting at Level 1, we have animals you'd never expect to be lethal. These creatures don't hunt humans, yet they're responsible for dozens of deaths every single year through unfortunate encounters. Deer. Pennsylvania deers are found in literally every state across the nation. During the fall mating season, stags become territorial and aggressive, their testosterone levels surging as they compete for does. Mother deer protecting their fawns can also attack if they perceive a threat. But deers don't actually intend to kill us. Their deadliness comes entirely from those split-second moments when they dart across roadways. Road authorities estimate that deer vehicle collisions result in not just deaths, but thousands of serious injuries annually. The danger intensifies in suburban and rural areas where human development has carved through natural deer habitats, creating countless intersections between our worlds and theirs. While deers pose a threat mostly on the road, some of nature's deadliest surprises can fit in the palm of your hand. Let's turn to tiny creatures whose sting can be far more dangerous than a buck on the highway. Bees, hornets, and wasps. Texas bees, hornets, and wasps are found nationwide, but their presence is particularly intense in southern states, where warmer climates support larger populations. The Africanized killer bee, which has spread through Texas, Arizona, and other southern states, earned its terrifying nickname through sheer aggression. Unlike their European honeybee cousins, these bees defend their colonies with relentless fury, pursuing perceived threats for over a quarter mile and attacking in massive swarms. But here's what makes these insects truly deadly. It's not really the sting itself. For most people, even multiple stings are painful, but survivable. The real killer is anaphylaxis, a severe allergic reaction that can shut down a person's airways within minutes. Hundreds of Americans die each year from these stings, most of them never knowing they were allergic until it was too late. The elderly and children face particular vulnerability. Even without allergies, a massive swarm delivering hundreds or thousands of stings can overwhelm anyone's system. These tiny insects prove that in nature, size doesn't determine deadliness. Level 2. Moderate deadliness. Moving up to Level 2, we encounter animals capable of delivering fatal attacks, though deaths remain relatively infrequent thanks to modern medicine and awareness. Venomous snakes. Arizona. Slithering through the deserts of the Southwest, the forests of the Southeast, and everywhere in between, America's venomous snakes command respect and caution. We're talking about rattlesnakes, copperheads, cottonmouth moccasins, and the elusive coral snakes. The eastern diamondback rattlesnake, the largest venomous snake in North America, reigns as the deadliest. Found throughout the southeastern states, this apex serpent can grow over 8 feet long and carries enough hemotoxic venom to cause catastrophic tissue destruction and systemic damage. Every year, over 7,000 Americans are bitten by venomous snakes, resulting in approximately 5 to 15 deaths. Modern anti-venin and emergency medical care have transformed what was once a likely death sentence into a survivable, though agonizing experience. Without prompt treatment, these bites cause severe tissue damage, permanent disability, and life-threatening complications. The venom literally digests flesh from the inside out. Most bites occur accidentally, someone stepping over a log without looking, reaching into a woodpile, or hiking in tall grass. These snakes don't want to waste their precious venom on creatures they can't eat. They strike defensively, and that distinction makes all the difference. And if you thought snake venom was fearsome, imagine a creature smaller than a quarter that packs enough punch to immobilize its victim. Black widow spider. California. The black widow spider, recognizable by the distinctive red hourglass marking on her glossy black abdomen, inhabits barns, garages, woodpiles, and dark corners across southern and western states. She's a homebody, rarely venturing far from her tangled web, but when humans accidentally disturb her nest, she defends herself with neurotoxic venom. Black widow bites cause intense pain, severe muscle cramps, abdominal rigidity, and in rare cases, death. Children and those with compromised immune systems face the highest risk. Fatalities have become increasingly rare thanks to the development of antivenom. But in rural areas far from medical facilities, the outcome can still be tragic. What makes the black widow particularly insidious is her habitat preference. She loves hiding in places humans frequently reach without looking. Gardening gloves left in the shed, outdoor furniture stored for winter, piles of firewood stacked against the house. Most victims never see her coming. But wait, which do you think is statistically more likely to kill you? A grizzly bear mauling you in the wilderness of Montana, or a scorpion sting in your own Arizona backyard? And also, why do we fear some of these creatures so intensely while completely ignoring others that kill far more people every single year? You see, we fear bears because they're massive, powerful, and undeniably terrifying when they charge. Our primal brain screams danger when we see those claws and teeth. But statistically, bear attacks cause only 2 to 4 deaths annually in the entire United States. Meanwhile, scorpions, specifically the Arizona bark scorpion, have sent thousands to emergency rooms and claimed lives through neurotoxic venom that attacks the nervous system. We ignore the scorpion because it's small, because we don't see it as a traditional predator. But that tiny arachnid hiding in your hiking boot or under a pile of leaves carries venom potent enough to cause respiratory failure, especially in children and the elderly. The truth is, we've evolved to fear the wrong things. We prepare for the dramatic, visible threats, while the real dangers lurk in shadows, under rocks, and in woodpiles. This psychological blind spot extends to almost every animal on our list. We'll dive deeper into this phenomenon as we continue. Level 3. High deadliness. Now we enter Level 3 territory. These are animals with significant fatality records, creatures that possess both the capability and, under certain circumstances, the willingness to kill humans. Bears. Alaska. When you think of American apex predators, bears immediately come to mind, and rightfully so. The United States is home to 3 bear species: black bears, grizzly bears, and polar bears, each with its own level of danger. Grizzly bears, found primarily in Alaska, Montana, Wyoming, and parts of the Pacific Northwest, represent the most dangerous land predator in North America. Adult males can weigh up to 800 pounds of pure muscle, armed with claws that can measure 4 inches long and jaws powerful enough to crush a bowling ball. Bears kill 2 to 4 Americans every year, with grizzlies responsible for the majority of these fatalities. Unlike deer, these deaths are direct and violent. A bear attack involves devastating bites, slashing claws, and often a terrifying mauling that causes massive trauma or fatal infections. What makes bear encounters particularly dangerous is their unpredictability. A mother grizzly defending cubs will charge without warning. A bear surprised on a trail might attack out of fear. And in rare cases, a bear might view a human as prey, leading to predatory stalking and hunting behavior. As human development pushes deeper into wilderness areas, bear-human encounters are increasing. The collision of our two worlds creates dangerous opportunities that didn't exist a generation ago. If the power of a grizzly impresses you, the stealth and precision of the mountain lion might shock you even more. They're called ghosts of the mountains for a reason. Mountain lions, California mountain lions, also known as cougars or pumas, are North America's most accomplished stalkers. Found primarily in western states like California, Colorado, Montana, and Washington, these solitary predators can take down prey twice their size with explosive ambush attacks. Fatal mountain lion attacks are rare, roughly 2 to 3 every decade. But when they happen, they're swift and brutal. These cats attack from behind, leaping onto their victim's back and delivering a killing bite to the base of the skull or throat. Their jaw strength allows them to sever spinal cords or crush windpipes in seconds. Children face the highest risk because their size triggers the mountain lion's prey instinct. There have been heartbreaking cases of kids playing in their own backyards or hiking with family when a cougar struck without warning. What makes mountain lions particularly unnerving is their stalking behavior. These cats can follow hikers for miles, evaluating, watching, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Most people who've been stalked by a mountain lion never knew it was there. The ones who did know likely didn't survive to tell the story. As suburban development expands into mountainous terrain, encounters are becoming more frequent. A cougar's territory can span hundreds of square miles, and they don't recognize property lines or suburban boundaries. So if you had to choose between swimming in Florida waters, where alligators lurk in nearly every lake, pond, and river, or swimming in those same waters knowing that bull sharks regularly travel inland through freshwater systems, which would you choose? And why do humans consistently underestimate the danger of animals they see regularly, while overestimating the threat of animals they'll likely never encounter? The animals we're about to discuss in Level 4 all share one critical characteristic. They live in close proximity to large human populations, creating thousands or even millions of opportunities for deadly encounters. It's not just about capability, it's about opportunity multiplied by proximity. Florida's waters contain an estimated 1.3 million alligators. These prehistoric reptiles have perfected the ambush predation strategy over millions of years. They lie motionless in murky water, only their eyes and nostrils visible, waiting for prey to venture close enough for their explosive attack. Their jaws snap shut with over 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch, enough to crush bone like breadsticks. But here's the statistical reality. Roughly 1 to 2 fatal alligator attacks occur each year in the United States. Given the millions of people who swim, fish, and recreate in gator-inhabited waters annually, the actual risk remains extraordinarily low. Now let's talk about bull sharks. These are among the most aggressive shark species, capable of thriving in both salt and fresh water. They've been found hundreds of miles inland, swimming up rivers and into lakes. They have the highest testosterone levels of any animal on Earth, making them unpredictable and potentially aggressive. But shark attacks? Even rarer. The United States averages 1 fatal shark attack every 1 to 2 years across all species and all coastal waters. So why do we fear them? Because our brains evolved to fear predators with visible weapons. Teeth, claws, size. We see an alligator or a shark and our amygdala screams danger. But we've lost our instinctive fear of smaller animals, the ones we've coexisted with for so long that we've become complacent. This is called probability neglect, where the vividness of a potential danger overrides our ability to assess its actual statistical likelihood. We fear the dramatic, memorable deaths while ignoring the mundane, common ones. Understanding this bias could literally save your life because it helps you prepare for the right threats, not just the scariest ones. Level 4. Highest deadliness. Welcome to Level 4, where we encounter animals responsible for multiple annual deaths or possessing capabilities that make them extraordinarily dangerous despite rare attacks. Alligators, Florida. In the murky waters of the southeast, an ancient predator waits. American alligators inhabit freshwater environments throughout Florida, Louisiana, Georgia, and neighboring states. These massive reptiles, some exceeding 14 feet in length and weighing over 1,000 pounds, are perfectly adapted ambush predators. Alligators kill 1 to 2 people annually in the United States, with most fatalities occurring in Florida, which has both the highest alligator population and the most human-water interaction. These attacks typically happen when swimmers, kayakers, or people walking dogs near waterways get too close to an alligator's territory. The attack method is terrifyingly efficient. The alligator explodes from the water, clamping its jaws around the victim and executing what's known as a death roll. This spinning motion, powered by the alligator's massive tail and body, is designed to disorient prey, tear flesh, and induce drowning. The victim doesn't stand a chance. What makes alligators particularly dangerous is their habitat overlap with densely populated areas. In Florida alone, alligators have been found in swimming pools, golf course ponds, drainage ditches, and even occasionally in garages. As coastal populations grow, these encounters are becoming more frequent. The victims are often children, smaller individuals, or people who simply didn't see the alligator until it was too late. In murky water, these reptiles are virtually invisible, their dark bodies blending seamlessly with the environment. From freshwater ambush to oceanic terror, the water holds more than one apex predator. Next, we dive beneath the waves. Sharks. Florida's coast. Despite endless movies depicting sharks as mindless killing machines, the reality is far more nuanced. The United States sees approximately 1 fatal shark attack every 1 to 2 years, with most incidents occurring in Florida, California, and Hawaii. Great white sharks, tiger sharks, and bull sharks represent the three species most commonly involved in fatal attacks. These apex predators possess rows of serrated teeth, powerful jaws, and hunting instincts honed over 400 million years of evolution. But here's the truth most people don't understand. Sharks don't hunt humans. Most attacks are cases of mistaken identity. A surfer on a board looks remarkably like a seal from below. A swimmer's splashing mimics the distress signals of injured fish. Once a shark realizes its mistake, it typically releases the victim and swims away. Unfortunately, that single exploratory bite can still prove fatal due to massive blood loss or shock. The attack isn't predatory, it's accidental. But the victim is just as dead. Leaving the water behind, we return to land, but this time to forests where pack hunters reign. Gray wolves may surprise you with their coordinated tactics and potential danger. Wolves, Alaska gray wolves, once nearly extinct in the lower 48 states, have made a remarkable comeback. These intelligent predators hunt in coordinated packs, using sophisticated communication and strategy to take down prey much larger than themselves. Fatal wolf attacks on humans in the United States are exceptionally rare, with only a handful of documented cases in the past century. However, wolves possess the capability to kill humans, especially when rabies infection removes their natural wariness or when packs become habituated to human presence. A wolf's bite force exceeds 400 pounds per square inch, enough to crush bones and tear through flesh. Working together, a pack can bring down elk, moose, and even bison. A lone human would stand little chance against a determined pack. What keeps wolf attacks so rare is their natural fear of humans. Wolves typically avoid human contact, vanishing into forests long before people even know they were there. However, as wolf populations recover and expand, encounters are becoming more frequent, particularly in rural and wilderness areas. The danger level rises significantly when wolves lose their fear of humans, either through habituation or disease. A rabid wolf becomes an entirely different threat, aggressive and unpredictable, attacking without provocation. And finally, we shrink down to the smallest predator on our list, a creature so tiny, yet capable of delivering one of the deadliest stings in the country. Scorpions, Arizona. Among over 70 scorpion species inhabiting the United States, one stands above the rest in terms of lethality: the Arizona bark scorpion. This translucent arachnid, measuring only 2 to 3 inches long, carries the most potent venom of any scorpion in North America. Its neurotoxic venom attacks the nervous system, causing severe pain, muscle spasms, difficulty breathing, and in rare cases, death. Children under 6 and elderly individuals face the highest risk of fatal outcomes. The same venom dose that causes extreme discomfort in a healthy adult can overwhelm a child's smaller body, leading to respiratory failure and cardiac arrest. What makes bark scorpions particularly dangerous is their behavior and habitat. They're nocturnal, hiding during the day in woodpiles, under rocks, in shoes, or inside homes. They can climb walls and ceilings, dropping onto unsuspecting victims below. The sting itself feels like being stabbed with a red-hot needle, followed by spreading numbness, uncontrollable muscle spasms, and difficulty breathing. Without prompt medical treatment, especially in young children, the outcome can be fatal. Though fatal cases are rare in modern times due to the availability of anti-venom and emergency medical care, the Arizona bark scorpion sends thousands of people to emergency rooms every year. In remote desert areas far from medical facilities, the risk increases dramatically. These tiny arthropods prove a fundamental truth about nature's deadliest creatures. Lethality isn't about size, strength, or aggression. It's about venom potency, opportunity for encounters, and the vulnerability of victims. So there you have it, the 10 deadliest animals in the United States. Now, which animal on this list surprised you the most, and why? Drop your answers in the comments below. And if this countdown opened your eyes to the real dangers lurking in America's wild places, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell.